Thank you for stopping by. I'm Katrina from Katrina's Creative Heart, and today I am going to share with you this fun background technique using rubber bands. And we are featuring the Vibrant Vases. I have been featuring this stamp set on my blog for the last week, and this is card number 3 with this particular stamp set. And today we are doing this fun little background, and I'm going to show you how we did that. So we will go ahead and get started right away. And again, I want to thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. I've been having a lot of fun doing these. So we are going to start off with a standard card base. This is Coastal Cabana, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I have it scored at 4 1/4. And we're setting that aside. Then I have a Whisper White panel. This is your standard 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I have it masked off already. I've got a large post-it note to use as a mask, and I'm using my Coastal Cabana ink pad, and I have a sponge, and I just have it on this little clip here, and I'm going to do some sponging. And actually, I'm going to bring in a scratch paper here to keep our mat clean while we do this. So we're just going to pick up some ink and sponge color. And I do want to get some darks and some lights. Because it does help add a little extra interest. Okay, so it's probably easier if I put it this way. So we're done with our sponging, but I'm going to keep my ink pad, and I am going to bring in, I have an acrylic block that I have taken some rubber bands. I have 3 different widths of rubber bands, and I just haphazardly wrapped them around my block. And I'm actually going to just dip the rubber bands into the ink pad, and I'm just going to randomly stamp You do have to put a little bit of pressure. And that looks pretty good. Set that aside. That'll need to be washed. So now when I take my mask away, I have my pattern. So that completes the background piece. So now we're just going to go ahead, well, before we do that, let me go ahead and add my sentiment. And that, I am going to be using these for my customer thank you card. So I am using the sentiment from the Vibrant Vases, the thanks. But it says actually thanks, what does it say? Thanks for understanding. Well, I don't want to tell my customers thanks for understanding. I just want to say thanks. I want to thank them for their order. So I am going to mask off that bottom part of the sentiment. I'm going to bring back my Coastal Cabana ink pad, and I'm going to go ahead and ink up thanks. Get that good and inked. Now I can remove my mask, and I'm just going to stamp right here in the bottom right corner. There. So that takes care of that. So now I'm finished with the Coastal Cabana for the time being. Now I can actually go ahead and attach this to my card base, and I'm adhering it flat with my snail. So there's that piece. Now I have two squares. I have the second largest scalloped square that I die cut from the Layering Squares collection, and I have the largest stitched square from the Stitched Shapes dies. So I'm going to use this Whisper White piece that I have the stitched die cut, and I'm going to bring in my gorgeous grape ink pad, and I'm going to stamp the outline of my flowers from the stamp set Vibrant Vases. And I'm going to go in the upper center. Then I want the center piece, which is the flatter, more detailed I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to stamp off over here. I have my scratch paper, and now I'm going to stamp the center like so. Finished with that. Now I can bring my Coastal Cabana, and we're going to do our leaves, and there is a separate stamp for filling those leaves in. We're just going to get that lined up. This stamp set would be perfect to use with your Stamparatus if you wanted to make sure that you had perfect alignment every single time. So we got our leaves. Now we're going to bring in our vase, and I have a scrap of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp my vase in Coastal Cabana. And I am stamping it upside down so that it fits in my punch perfectly. So I can close that up. I have my coordinating vase builder punch, or vases builder punch, and that's going to go all the way to the back here. I'm going to get it centered up. We do end up with a few extra pieces of that. I can add a dimensional. Let's put our vase in place right under the flowers, and add some adhesive. Center that on our scalloped square. And now we need some more dimensionals. We're going to put, we can use 4 of them here. There. And that completes our card with the rubber band background technique. I hope you enjoyed this card. I hope this does encourage you to try this yourself. Take a look around your craft room, your office supplies, and look for some varying sized rubber bands. Wrap them around some blocks and ink them up. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day, guys. Bye.